Hello, everyone. It has been forever since I've streamed on this channel. Um, so we got quite the situation unfolding here in Oregon. And around Oregon, we've got a lot of heat warnings and advisories uh, around the state here. You can see Eastern Oregon, especially Southern Oregon, and Western Oregon. The main picture will obviously be around Western Oregon throughout the next couple of days, as well as Central Oregon for possible wildfires around here, as well as dry conditions. So, yeah, obviously got a situation unfolding here, and this is just day one. So, yeah, today was not so hot. I don't know, many of you, some of you may be wondering why I'm covering something that is, that is not unfolding yet, and that is due to mostly to gear up. Basically, just kind of covering everything that is going to be coming with this. We also have a very large fire in Central Oregon right now. So we definitely need to keep tabs on that. And I will have dispatch pulled up and all of that for that coverage. But obviously, right now we are going to be covering the central, or we are going to be covering the Western Oregon to start. Okay. I will be really quickly. I'm going to be so I'm checking the stream right now to make sure my mic audio. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right. So again, yeah, heat advisories around the valley currently. As you can see, we've got, and again, we do have a excessive heat warning in effect. This does include Medford here, and Grants Pass, as well as Shady Cove here. This is going to be for for sweltering heat, actually, probably up to hundreds around this area. While the valley will see a little bit cooler, but definitely still has the possibility of seeing hundreds, definitely around like Vancouver and Portland, as well as possibly around Salem as well. Have all of the possibilities of seeing, high extreme temperatures, especially from the gorge winds, which we will discuss later on in the stream, which are going to be a worry here with this whole system. So we're going to go over some of these warnings here in a bit. I'm going to just go ahead and close something real quick, and I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Okay. So again, yeah, we're probably going to go over the excessive heat warning first and foremost. Yeah. So again, extreme heat warning here for 100 to 100 and for temperatures up to 100 to 105. And possibilities except up to 110 in the valleys. Low temperatures will be mainly in the mid 60s. So yeah, there's not going to be very much air to breathe after the whole event is said and done. Actually, so not really the type of situation you'd want. Again, lows are going to be in the 60s, so that is not. So again, usually during heat waves, you usually see this big cool down. yeah, big cool down on the nights. That won't happen with this heat event, and that's actually a really big worry for anyone who suffers from like heat stroke and all of that, because you will not have the ability to cool down. You will definitely have to keep the air conditioners running all night. So yeah, that is a risk factor here. So again, yeah, 100 to 105 for the Medford area. So as you can see here, you got the instructions. Again, drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room. You definitely want to do that throughout the entirety of the day, especially if you're sensitive to heat and all that. Yeah, moving to Eastern Oregon, which isn't in that much of a threat here for per se heat, but there is just a little heat advisory. It's going to be for Ontario, Oregon, where temperatures could reach up to 104 this afternoon. So this is probably gonna yeah, it's gonna expire today. So that's something. And then we also have another heat advisory. This is going to be for northern central Oregon. Here, this is gonna include Pendleton as well. Just the very edge of the warning is including Pendleton, as well as Pilot Rock. We got Hermiston in there, Bordeman, and most of the gorges under this heat advisory here, creeping into the valley. You can see. So as you can see, this does expire though in about 2 hours. This does expire in about 2 hours. But along with that, we also again have this massive fire threat for Washington, which we'll just glance at because it's not really in our jurisdiction, you could say. But yeah, pretty big fire threat here for Central Washington. So yeah, again, this is the heat advisory. The one in the valley will expire in 2 days. The one in the gorge, it looks like will expire. Well, no, the one in northern central Oregon will expire today. So this one is going to be expiring today. This one is for 97 and 99 degrees Fahrenheit, which was already felt, for a matter of fact, especially around like Pendleton. I saw on the news got up to at least 100. So that's something. And then we have another heat advisory again. So this is for the valley. So the valleys are going to be seeing the possibilities of 92 to 100. 100 mainly around the Portland area for again that gorge wind that is going to absolutely funnel a bunch of warm air into Portland, and that's a lot of the time what we see with these major heat events. We got that high pressure off the coast here, and then we've got a lot of wind that just kind of flows into Portland, basically funneling again all that warm air through, and again poses a major threat for localized 100-degree possibilities around Portland. Salem is definitely going to be a bit cooler, though. I feel like probably around the upper 90s. Still possibility for reaching 100 that day, but I feel like that is a lower threat, as well as Corvallis. But Eugene probably has the possibility to I don't know. Eugene's kind of in the middle of it. We'll definitely have to take a look at Eugene though when we start taking a look at models. So again, yeah, this is for temperatures up to 192 to 100 possible. So yeah, we got this giant heat advisory. This doesn't include Southern Oregon, Klamath Falls, Lakeview is in this, but this is extending in from Nevada. This is particularly due to the possibility of temperatures 95 to 100 for tomorrow. So, yeah. that is a threat there. So that will expire tomorrow. This for the valley again. If you are in the valley, this will we will be under this heat spell for 2 days. That includes Tuesday and Wednesday. So again, if you are out and about tomorrow or especially Wednesday, you probably need to reschedule your outdoor activities probably to the rest of the week for that cool down that we're expecting. So again, yeah, just definitely watch that. So again, I do want to take a look at the fire threat, which is definitely a possibility, and I bet a lot. Or yeah, so okay, we're gonna take a look at that really quickly. This is a fire threat for Central Washington, extending a little bit into Oregon, but that is just for jurisdiction purposes. That's just shown there for that. We got a burn environment. Again, most of Central Washington today. Parts of the valley is under a low fire threat. Doesn't necessarily mean nothing, but it means that there is just a low possibility there. And then the rest of Oregon is under a moderate threat for wildfires. And this doesn't really change when we take a look at the day 2 outlook. So yeah, if we take a look at the day 2 outlook, we can see that this threat doesn't really change that much here, although we do have a dropping to low risk for southern Central Oregon. Northern to eastern Oregon does still remain in that moderate risk here. So we definitely will want to monitor that. And then again, the valley does remain in that low threat for that possible forge wind and all of that. So yeah, we will definitely need to be watching that. Obviously, it decreases throughout the rest of the week as that major cool down happens. At least for the valleys, the Central Oregon, Eastern Oregon definitely should continue to monitor this carefully these next couple days carefully. So yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and something I do want to pull up really quickly. Not this is the drought monitor for Oregon here, and I just really quickly want to touch on this because it is a threat here, especially over the next couple days. Again, we got an ongoing flash drought that is taking shape here, especially at northern eastern Oregon and western Oregon. We've got D2s, D2 droughts here. This does include the Portland and Vancouver metro as well, and it goes to the coast. So yeah, anywhere in this orange area will be affected somewhat by the severe drought here, taking shape here. And you will probably notice that because there is going to be the risk of drying reservoirs. So that means maybe a little bit decreased pressure in the tap water or yard water or yard hose, anything like that. You'll just kind of notice maybe it doesn't come out like, as fast as it used to. Maybe it'll even be delayed for a couple people. So definitely want to watch that if you are a gardening person or someone like, who is into that. Especially want to keep an eye on the grass because, again, we've talked about this just a couple minutes ago. Fire threat does exist. So make sure you water your grass down. And yeah, so yeah, and again, we do have another D2 severe drought here for northern eastern Oregon. So yeah, and that's a threat. But yeah, so okay, I do want to. Yeah, okay. Let's move on to our fire weather here that we got going on, because this one's kind of a little bit more concerning for Central Oregonians, especially. So yeah, then let's go ahead and take a look here. It might take a bit for this to load, so just hang on with me. Yeah, so I'm taking a little bit to load here. All right, there we go. Okay, so yeah, we got the cameras here. We got 2 views currently, actually, of the cram fire. So we got a couple fires that we need to watch here during the next couple days, especially the ones in Central Oregon, where it will be not too hot, but definitely not too cold, and the humidity is playing a main factor in that, which we'll take a look at the model when we do models. So we also have the Highland Fire, which started yesterday, Grizzly Flat Fire, all of these fires that look gray and only have yellow dots in the middle do not need to be watched. But the most important one that we need to be watching right now is, in fact, the Cram Fire, which is going to 10,000 acres as of updated just an hour ago. So yeah, this one we will be watching very carefully. The last update was 9 minutes ago, and so it looks like it's for evacuations. So again, yeah, evacuations is a big factor with this fire. It is very quick moving here in Central Oregon. Here it is currently spreading east. It looks like. As far as I know, well, actually, it probably is threatening some areas, some rural areas here in Oregon. So again, yeah, a lot of fire here. The orange dots here, the dots are all hot spots of the fire. So basically, that's satellite detecting the heat signatures coming up from the flames. So everywhere, every orange spot you see right here are all the cram fire, which is spreading again east. You can see that clearly here on the map or hotspot data. So they do have a parameter on the fire right here as of today. Earlier this morning, they do have a parameter of it, but it has since definitely jumped that parameter that they put on it. It again is spreading rapidly eastward, and again grown to about 10,000 acres. So yeah, again, I do want to really quickly take a look at this. The last couple updates. So again, 4 p.m., 3 p.m. This is the evacuation map, which is not currently featured here. Yeah, so a bunch of evacuations are going out for a lot of the Jefferson County area. And again, this is making a run. This is spreading for Paulina Butte here as well. So yeah, again, anyone in the path of this, you definitely need to evacuate. This is a dangerous fire, and you do not want to mess around with this one. This one is a major fire that is ongoing. As far as I know, we haven't gotten a. Well, we did have a 10,000 acre fire in northern Central Oregon several months ago. The Willow Grove fire. So this is a camera pointing directly towards the cram fire here, as you can see. So this is a very very good view here of the fire. You can see a major smoke plume coming up from the main burning part. So this is basically where you see this big smoke plume. This is likely where it's spreading right now. This is basically, so below this is where the fire's at. You can definitely see some shafting smoke moving off east here. So again, yeah, the smoke is moving off east, and we are probably going to see some impacts, some smoke impacts here for surrounding areas, such as Pine Creek Conservation Area, and rural areas of Central Oregon. We'll see some minor impacts from this smoke. So yeah, as you can see, if we play this back probably about 3 hours, we can just really see the progression of this fire here. So again, yeah, let's take a look at this. This doesn't look like it's focusing on much. Yeah, there you go. There's the fire. So if we again play this back, you can see that fire is spreading right here. You can see the probable area burning is probably right around here, and then the later we play into it, you can see these plumes just come up there from the fire, and as earlier as 23 minutes ago, you can see the fire is definitely spread up to yeah, again, right around where we were just taking a look at. So again, yeah, we definitely have a lot of activity going on with the Krim fire, but it isn't the only fire, sadly, that is concerning. Again, we do have the Highland fire, which we don't have currently, which we don't have a camera on currently, but it is 700 acres. So let me go back to the map here, and we can take a look at that. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, okay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the Highland fire really quick. There hasn't been really much going on with it, except for an acreage downgrade. It was up to 1,000 acres, but it got resized, or remapped, you could say. There is currently go or be set evacuations. Well, actually, I just need to okay. There's currently a again level 2 B set evacuation order. Here, it has sadly burned through. It has sadly burned through a rural town here, as you can see. So that's not good. We do have a parameter on the fire as of now. It is starting to be contained. Last I checked, although it may have not. It's been a different fire. Yeah, so it's 5% contained. Again, 719 acres as of currently. The last update was a informational update, so we're going to go ahead and read this really quickly. This is about 2 hours ago. CCSO Emergency Management consulted with Incident Management Team, and we have determined that the Longhorn subdivision, so that is a squad of firefighters, that's the Longhorn subdivision, can be. Oh wait, no, it's evacuation. Sorry. Longhorn subdivision can be reduced to a level 2B set with restrictions of access to homeowners only. Restricted access to homeowners only. So homeowners can come back to hopefully their homes, but sadly there is the threat of the fire, possibly doing some harm there. So hopefully people come back to a full house, not a burnt one. Homeowners with homeowners with Longhorn subdivision may return to their homes, but under discretion, at their own discretion. We'll understand that if conditions change, you may be asked to leave and be ready to go at any moment. So that is why, again, we have these B set evacuations in effect here for CR6S and CR6SE. So L and E. So again, that's where you can find more information on this fire. If you want to check out if you want more information on the Highland fire, I would definitely just search it up on Twitter. There's all that information you need. But mainly, I think the threat for the Highland fire is dwindling. So there's not really much of a threat there with that. So again, over the past couple of days, there has been a pretty big southern Oregon, southern central Oregon, southern western Oregon wildfire outbreak. It's still kind of ongoing, but it has chilled out a little bit. We still have small spot fires. A little of these do have evacuations on it, which means they are threatening somewhat. The elk fire was a big one, which has grown to 2,699 acres. This is the third big fire that we have right now in the state, which has, again, as of an hour ago, 31% containment there, as you can see. Just lagging a little bit. All right, there. So again, yeah, 31% contained, and yeah. So we have a little summary from 8 hours ago. I just want to read this really quickly. Fire crews continue working to strengthen the fire line and expanding mop up into the interior. So basically, mop up is basically where they go inside the perimeter, put out any spot fires that are still a threat of maybe reignition or anything like that. So you can see a BSET evacuation order still in effect here for the entirety of the perimeter. There's a little bit of a hot spot here. This is on the very edge of the southwestern flank, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, again, that's probably a hot spot that they will need to mop up there. So I do want to put on some dispatch here, see if we can't see any or hear anything coming off the dispatch. I do have that bookmarked. Let me see. So this is the Deschutes, Crook, and Jefferson County Fire and EMS. So we should be able to hear a lot of stuff coming in about fires, but don't be surprised if anything comes out about like maybe not related to fires or anything. There's some crackling going on there. Radio crackling. But yeah, so we're gonna continue to watch the cram fire here for this. But yeah, so I do want to really quickly discuss. I will be doing daily streams on this channel every week, probably around Monday and Tuesday. Both days I have off from work, so I have the availability to go live and stream. So again, unless an emergency happens, I will be doing like forecast streams and all of that, even if the weather is inactive on those 2 days. Some of the streams will be briefings, maybe on like an upcoming weather system, or some of those will be wildfire coverage, obviously, which is what we're dealing with right now. And we will be dealing with for the next several days. So again, we can turn this up really quickly. It is really loud, so I'm just trying to see what I can do. So this is another webcam. This is actually looking up from Mount Hood here, and you can really see that plume there, that burn plume. This is actually looking from a different side of the fire. See, this one's looking on the northern side of the fire. This one's looking from directly behind the cram fire here. So yeah, as you can see, the northern side is definitely still burning. And again, you can see all these plumes just popping up here. Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely need to keep an eye on this fire. We do have air attacks going on as well, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, air suppression is happening too on this fire. I can't tell. Is that a new update that we just got of the hot spots? So yeah, we did get an update recently. Okay, so this is bad. Recent hotspot data now shows rapid spread. Look at all of this hotspots. All these hotspots. This is now threatening the town of Ashwood right here. Ashwood, Oregon is now at threat. So Ashwood definitely needs to be evacuated right now. This is spreading through Ashwood. I do want to connect to the southern side again because we got a little bit of a better view here. But yeah, Ashwood, Oregon is not a threat. So we're definitely going to be paying attention to that. The fire has spread through Paulina Butte, and again, it's threatening Ashwood right now. You can see this is a small town, but still a town. But yet again, still a town. So we do need to again worry about this reaching Ashwood. Again, this is a rapidly spreading. This is a again serious situation that is taking shape here in Central Oregon. We've got the Cram Fire. This is going to be up to one of the main focuses of mine for streams through the next several days. So again, yeah, we've got. So it is making a eastern push right now. So again, yeah, Ashwood is at threat. I do want to hold on. Let me double check this. Just see how. Give me a second. I'm just reviewing the stream. Okay. Alrighty. Everything's running smoothly. Okay. Okay. So again, yeah, we are going to be in coverage mode for the Cram Fire for a little bit here. Because again, it's threatening Ashwood as we speak. I'm really hoping Ashwood is getting evacuated right now. Because this town, again, this fire is rapidly spreading east. So then, yeah, you can see it on the webcam, and you can now see it on satellite hotspot data. This is a major threat. So yeah, Ashwood is at threat here. If you are in Ashwood, again, evacuate now. This is a dangerous situation here for Ashwood. A lot of what is it called?
Space One for report of an older male collapsed in the street about 30 minutes ago. His neighbor helped him.
Yeah, we can turn that off. For the time being, looks like they're dispatching something unfire related, but yeah, this is probably a little bit over 10,000 acres here. I'm not going to say 11,000, but maybe 10,500 or something like that. We can turn the thing back up. Should have. changed here. So yeah, again, Ashwood is at threat. Not a fire to play around with. It has burned through a couple of hilly areas and Pony Butte and Alita Butte. That crackling you hear is coming from dispatch from fire and EMS from Deschutes, Crook, and Jefferson County. So most of them are probably going to be wildfire associated, covering like any of these small fires over here in these counties. So then, yeah, main focus right now is, I'm going to repeat this, the Cram Fire, which is spreading and threatening Ashwood, Oregon, in Jefferson County. As you can see here. A lot of chitter chatter going on dispatch. Interference is a big issue. I'm starting to hear on dispatch. It looks like not really sure if this is new, but it looks like the fire is now making a push north to from the hot spots. So yeah, it is pushing. It looks like it is pushing north now too. So I'm pretty sure these are older hot spots. So that's something. Last update on the Cram Fire was about 30 minutes ago. So we'll see if we get another update. Definitely wait on that. See if we can get another update maybe. My God, yeah, this is a pretty dangerous situation. I'm going to keep repeating that. This is a dangerous fire, and it needs to not, and it doesn't need any messing with. If you decide to stay in Ashwood, your life is in danger. If anyone decides to stay in Ashwood, that's their life is in danger. So hopefully everyone again evacuates in Ashwood. This is again pretty bad situation. Just let me see if I can pull up any video clips. Just know what the current button see it pops up. Might not be anything. Okay. Now the latest one was about 43 minutes ago. Latest update. Yeah, okay, there's not much on the cram fire, but there's posts, but it's not really that informative. But yeah, like I said, I will be starting to make videos, forecasting videos, probably streams, all that. And the most likely time for the release of those will be again Monday to Tuesday, and then I probably will not. That I mean, again, unless any emergency happens, any like big wildfire or something like that explodes and is threatening a area, then we will probably stay silent on the channel. Um, so yeah. So again, yeah, cram fire is, to repeat, threatening Ashwood. We need to cover this. In top priority right now. Um, we are just waiting on the next update on it, which was about 30 minutes ago. So again, very recently, 34 minutes ago, but very recently. So we're waiting if there's there's going to be any new updates here on the cram fire on the watch the map here. So yeah, we are going to be paying attention. I do want to pull up. Let's see here, the camera again, so we can see it. Okay, so this is again watching this side of the fire right here, northern side of the fire. This camera is on, and I do want to see maybe there is another one over here that we can get a better view of. Yeah, it doesn't look like it though, so I don't know. So yeah, again, major plumes here popping up over here. This is taking a look. This is probably coming out of these two areas, pushing again north. So hopefully they can start to get a hold on this fire, but it isn't looking too good right now. And that is again particularly due to winds that are pushing south, and east. So yeah, again, strong winds are flaming this fire again, and it is spreading right for Ashwood. And I do want to see if it can possibly jump, or I do want to see if it possibly jumps this little valley here. If it does, then it will continue to spread east here and threaten more areas possibly. So hopefully it doesn't jump that valley. Yeah, so we will be continuously covering this fire. Here. Um, Yes, we're still not getting a update on this fire. Again, 37 minutes ago is the last update. So I hope there is another one that comes out soon. Because this fire is definitely threatening town here. So where they can get more evacuation information out to the public. So, oh, not time for that yet. Let me try. I'm gonna try and get satellites for for this fire. So see what we can't see from the skies because you can probably see a lot from satellite. So I do want to definitely take a look at that. So yeah, again. I just turned up my mic. Let me see on stream. See if it's too loud. Okay, we just got another update here. Okay, we just got another. Okay, this is perfect. Um, but yeah. Okay. I will be reducing background noise, so if you hear any background noise from my background, that's probably someone walking through the halls. Um, but I did that so that it would be easier to see or to hear dispatch on the fire. So, okay, so we did just get an update on the Krem fire. So let's go ahead and take a look at that really quickly. So yeah, we got a new evacuation. Okay, so a wireless emergency alert was issued to Ashwood area, stating only safe exit is Gusner Road into Wheeler County. All other exits are unsafe. So again, yeah, this is a dangerous situation. We got we Ashwood has to be evacuated right now. And again, so northeast Gusner. Oh, someone just dialing something on dispatch. So again, yeah, Northeast Gusner Road is the only safe exit, and you're gonna have to flee eastward. So hopefully people know what to do for that. So again, yeah, what I was gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull up satellites. So yeah, this is a developing situation. What we got going on in Central Oregon? This is a developing situation. We've got a major threat here from the Cram fire. So we'll just see if I can pull up some satellites. Okay, so this is. Somebody look that up. Just give me a second. All right, so just hang on with me. All right. So again, we will be covering this. I'm gonna pull up satellite here to see if what we can see here. So just bear with me. Not national. Local sectors. So I'm not sure how big this is. This is for okay. There we go. All right, we want Oregon International. Okay, so we're gonna be turning on the visible satellite for the time being. Yep, there's the smoke. Visible red. Just trying to look through the best viewing. Okay, so visible red has. I know there's definitely probably commercial side. Okay, so yeah, okay, this is not the still not right. Okay, well, we're gonna go with visible red. Okay, we've got satellites. Let me just check for updates. Then we're gonna take a look at satellite here on this for the again cram fire, which was updated less than a minute ago now. So again, okay, I don't know what was updated about it less than a minute ago because this there wasn't much. Maybe it was just a hotspot update, which is okay. True color. Okay, true color. Here we go. There we go. Okay, natural color. Cool. And I'm pretty sure you can see the fire. Yes, sir. Okay, so here is the latest satellite view. You can see the fire right here, which is again the cram fire. This is going to be the cram fire right here, everyone. So let's see if we can't grab some localized sectors. Maybe get a better view of this fire. Yes, okay, so here's a better view of it. So this is the cram fire here, y'all. You can see local satellite or what? Recent satellite data does show this thing pushing east, as you can see. So yeah, this is not good at all. Again, this is a major situation there. You can see that flare up, that absolute flare up happening over the past several minutes, and then a new area looks like it's going to be popping up. The new hotspot data now shows the fire spreading. Give me a second. Not good with directions, so it's going to take me a minute. Let me just. northeast side of the fire now is showing some activity there. So yeah, again, this is the we are so yeah, again, if so repeating, we are covering the cram fire, which is spreading northeast and southeast and eastern and eastward. So again, this is live right now as we speak. This is a dangerous fire with a history of oh, with a history of threatening areas, threatening towns, you could say. Let's see. So that last update was about 4 minutes ago. Not really an update, but yeah. So we'll keep tabs on that here. So we'll have the watch duty up map. Watch duty map up. You can see the next refresh will happen in about 2 minutes. There. What's this? Slider type drag. Interesting. Okay. So we can let's do the full 200 frames here, so you can really see what has been happening with this fire over 200 frames out. So, okay, so this is early this morning. So the fire, again, if you can't really see, it's right around there. That is when it was still very small. You can see it spread. And then it really just exploded. And that is right now. So, yeah, again, this is a very serious situation there for the, again, Ashwood area. And it is spreading eastward. There's new hotspot data on watch duty. That is, again, showing it spreading eastward. Just got a little
324-371, help response for unconscious patient. 63435 Market Road, cross of View Lane in Virginia.
So yeah, it's not important. Sorry about that. If I got confused by that. That was a different situation that was ongoing within one of those counties. So again, yeah, we will be covering this next update. Next satellite update will be at will be in about 4 minutes. But yeah, so we are live covering this fire. And I do have the watch duty tab up currently, so we can definitely keep tabs up on the fire. And I think, yeah, okay, dispatch is cleared. That
412, 421, 424, 475, 476, health response for a vehicle for cyclist.
yeah, because that's still not that important. Let's see here. Okay. Well, let's see if we're not talking about something off topic on dispatch, which doesn't appear to be. Yeah, just look at the spread of this thing. 3. Getting about again 2 minutes left till the next update.
You can show 424 at 1 quarters.
Just a flare up there on that northeast side of the fire there. So we'll be watching that. We're gonna switch between watch duty now, and we're gonna be monitoring this. The last update was about 8 minutes ago. Let's see. Been going for about an hour now. So again, yeah, this is that. Again, this is the leading portion of that fire. It looks like. So you can see there's not really much rising. Let me just turn that on and pause that. There's not really much other rising spots besides this one area. So this is definitely in that leading area there. On the northern side of this fire, and we don't have a camera view. We don't have a camera view to where like on the eastern side. So we don't have a camera view for the eastern side.
We will be blocking traffic.
All right. So that's not associated with what we were trying to see. Is this screen share? Hold on. What? Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the heck it's talking about. Streaming software is doing some stuff, so bear with me. Just trying to figure that problem out. Obviously, it's still working, so that's good. Just got a new scan of the satellite. It looks like. So let me just show you that new update of the satellite. You can see that northeast side of the fire is definitely going strong here. It's going to be the leading. Looks like it's going to be the new leading edge here. Again, this fire is pushing east and northeast. Right here. So yeah, east and northeast. And it is currently threatening Ashburn as we speak. So this is the only. So this is day one of the of this all going down. This is day one. Tomorrow will be day two of the stream. So tomorrow will be day two of the stream. I do plan on going live some point Wednesday, covering this. So I will be live tomorrow, and again, some point Wednesday, probably somewhere midday. I will be live, and Wednesday will be mostly covering the heat, because that is, again, that main threat aside from wildfires here. So let's hope that this fire does get contained soon, or at least begins to get contained, but it doesn't look like that is going to happen in the main area right here. And what's interesting to me is actually what we've been seeing from this camera somewhere over here. I actually may have been viewing the leading portion of the fire. Instead, as you can see, that this giant smoke plume is actually coming from this. So, yeah, very interesting to see what happens here. So again, yeah, we will be definitely watching that carefully. So yeah, again, we are seeing some smoke impacts. I do want to just touch on that topic really quickly. Um, we are seeing smoke impacts throughout the eastern Oregon. We will likely see some at least hazy conditions around this part of Oregon here. Um, it's eastern part of Jefferson County, sorry. Maybe even some for Twickenham, but I don't really know if it's going to reach that far. At least the ground smoke it might not. Last update was about 14 minutes ago. So yeah, let's go back to our
I've worked it on with that.
satellite here, which the next update will be happening in about a minute.
675 northwest of Cherry Lane. Okay. 475 will be transporting one.
So it's still not coming. If anyone's heading on Trout Creek, I just want to touch on this really quickly. I'm gonna head back to watch duty. Sorry for switching so many times. But yeah, again, if people are heading northeast Trout Creek, you're heading probably directly into the fire at this point. This is a little bit of a delayed heat or delayed satellite map updates or satellite hotspot update. But the fire is probably somewhere right here, judging off of satellite. So hopefully everyone didn't take that route to evacuate. Alright, so no updates still. No new updates from watch duty. But again, the fire is still pushing towards Ashwood, which is northeast. As well as so northeast. This is the northeast side right here. This whole front is really what we need to be watching again for again threats to Ashwood. That's the main story. We do have a new scan now. Again, the northeast portion is now producing some sort of smoke plume. It looks like there. If we take a look at that, we can actually zoom in here. Nice computer feature. Yeah. But as you can see, that is what is it? Yeah, so very big threats. Tomorrow's stream will be scheduled probably directly after this one. So, but it will probably not be the same title. Likely completely different. So, is that? Let me check. We just had an update on the crown fire. Yeah, nothing new. So main focus again for right now is going to be on the crown fire. We will be discussing heat once again, probably towards the end of the stream when we take a look at the models. But right now, the crown fire is top priority because it is again threatening Ashwood, as well as other areas of eastern Oregon. But yeah, next update is at 3 minutes.
Reason one is just specified this report. I've got that thing to move it downstairs. We're going to transport you something. Copy Gertie up front. Make a mover. Patient still unconscious.
So yeah, the northeast side of the fire is producing a smoke plume now. It doesn't look like it was before. So okay, that's a new right there. That's a new area that we need to be watching because if it starts spreading northeast, it looks like it just started to spread northeast. Because judging by the satellite data, it's been spreading east, but now it is spreading northeast. Just gonna check for updates 20 minutes ago. Nothing really much going up right now. Next satellite update is about to come out right now, so okay. Latest update. So again, yeah, this area, and now we have looks like we have another pop up here for the eastern side of the fire that is continuing to burn. We have another pop up. You can see within the past couple frames, this area is still burning there. So I do want to talk about some of the stuff that is currently burning right now, which is actually one of the main parts of why it's so explosive. Is right now it is not burning any wood. The fire isn't burning any wood. It's actually burning through dry, cured grass and shrubbery. And that can really ignite fires and get them going if they start in grass. Grass is actually the is like when a fire ignites in grass, you really do want to worry about that because grass fires, again, grass shrubbery fires, like how we were seeing brush fires, or yeah, you could just call them brush fires, but brush fires are the ones you really need to be worried about, because they spread rapidly in wind. They are no joke. So again, yeah, that is something that we will need to be paying attention to. It is not going to be pushing out of shrubbery either, so it's just going to continue burning in this shrubbery. Obviously, there's going to be some spots in these little valleys that may have um, small trees, anything like that, small trees, shrubbery, anything like that. Um, but yeah, that's not going to make the spread any slower. Um, but yeah, so I'm looking back on the satellite now. That fire again, the cram fire is still spreading, still threatening Ashwood. So I really hope Ashwood's all evacuated. No new updates on watch news still. Just gonna go do a really quick scan, make sure there's no new fires we need to worry about on the watch 3D. Looks like there's a new fire called the Belle Plaine Fire. I don't know if this has been contained or not. This is in the Willamette Valley currently. Last update was 36 minutes ago, and it's fire out. Okay. All right, so no new fires we really need to be worrying about. Again, today's a little bit more of a cooler day. You could say it's a preview day for what it's going to be like tomorrow, for what it's going to be like Tuesday and Wednesday. Again, you could call them precursor events, really. The fire weather threat in Oregon tomorrow will be much more elevated. As far as I know, there's not really much of a fire threat by the SPC, but there is by the National Wildfire. I forget what it's called. Let me see. There is by the National Interagency Coordination Center, which is the National Wildfire Center. Yeah, you can pretty much call it that. So there is a threat for tomorrow, issued by the NIC, NICC. Yeah, so we're still getting pretty good spreads here, pretty good hot spots here, flares, and it's still spreading. Again, Ashwood continues to be at threat by this fire. So yeah, I will be right back with you. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little tea. I'm gonna leave the satellite running. I'm definitely gonna get water. Dehydrated. So yep, I will leave the satellite running, and I will be right back. So yeah, okay. So in a couple minutes, just gonna go get water and see. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty, we're back. Okay. I'm pretty sure we probably did go through another scan that was gone. Let's see if there's any updates here on Watch Duty. Yeah, alright, nothing much. No new scans there. Okay, actually, parameter just dropped here. New fire parameter as of 6:26 p.m., which was quite a while ago, and I don't know how I didn't notice. But yeah, so we got a fire parameter. You may not be able to see it. So let me go ahead and fix that. We're gonna temporarily turn hotspots off so we can see the parameter here. So the cram fire parameter, as you can see, is set up right here. It's obviously going to jump the fire parameter. There's no doubt about that. But okay, so this is the currently analyzed parameter. As you can see, it is doing exactly what we're seeing on satellite. There's a new pop-up here over here on the northeast side of the fire near Plano Butte. Well, actually, I think that's probably right here. So, actually, let me see. No, I mean there is a new area, so maybe it is new Plano Butte, like right around here. This side of the fire is pushing up, but you can really see that tiny area that has just been continuously spreading right here. So the again main part of the fire is just kind of like taking a track like this, kind of. Let's see if I can get a better shot of the fire. Yeah. So the main track of the fire has so it started up here, and it basically just spread, and it's the main bulk of it is again spreading right for Ashwood. This little front right here is spreading right for is spreading rapidly towards Ashwood. So yeah, that's the thing we really do need to be watching. So yeah, so we're gonna turn back hotspots, but yeah, that's the parameter. As you can see, hotspots have already shown the fire has hopped the parameter. I'm pretty sure that's probably a satellite parameter, if I were to guess then. Because I don't think. Well, I don't know. So again, we do have a hotspot update here. The fire is still spreading north now. It's about to enter. Actually, let me see what this county name is. Should be somewhere around here. Right where the webcam is. It's spreading kind of towards the webcam. Wasco County. I don't know. Forgetting names of my own state. Classic. So, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. Dispatch back up. This is the latest camera shot. As you can see, just big smoke plume there. So yeah, the main part of the fire is right here. The northern sector right here. You can just see. Let me just press play here on this. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna zoom in on the play. And you can really see that it is pushing up. Yeah, it's definitely spreading this way, even though it doesn't look like it. We are looking at the northern sector of the fire. So,
with law enforcement engaging the area for a suicidal civic.
And that is not gonna. No, alright. I don't know what I just. Yeah. We'll off topic dispatch there. So yeah. Okay, we have got evacuation orders out for the cram fire now. I think this is the cram fire at least. We got new evacuations now showing up on the map. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Alright, so now evacuations are showing up on the map. They were already here, but they just got put on the map. County Northeast 16 has to be probably highlighted in that go now evacuation. Level 3 there, as you can see. County Northeast 17, Northeast 18, and Northeast 15 are also all under evacuation orders. Northeast 15 is under a go now. Northeast 17 and 18 are both under evacuation warnings or beset warnings. So you can see that is now showing up there. And then we got that Jefferson County map, which we can actually take a look at. So let's go ahead and just do that really quickly. Let me see if dispatch is back on topic. I don't know if it was ever on topic in the first place. This might just be random ass dispatch from this cap. Sorry for the customer. Random dispatch from the counties. I think the more like crackling, incoherent dispatch is from the fires because little cable service and all that. Okay. All right, so this will definitely work a lot better. Okay. So you can see the Cram Creek fire. So yeah, okay. This is the evacuation map for the Cram Creek fire. We've got go now evacuation warnings in effect for, and go now evacuations are in effect for parts of Wasco now. So again, yeah, go now and evacuations are in effect for this area. And then again, this is a serious one. Ashwood, Donnybrook, and Kilts are all under that evacuation. Evacuation beset warnings are currently in effect for the outskirts of the area there. So yeah, again, you really do need to be watching this carefully. They still haven't added that to the map though on watch duty, so that is something. But okay, so anyone in yellow shades, be ready, get ready to evacuate. This fire gun is like anyone in the yellow shades should be evacuating or should be getting ready or anything like that. Anyone in the red should be going. But yeah, pack up your stuff. Pack up so hopefully everyone's packing up their stuff in County Northeast 17 and 8 and County Northeast 18. Because yeah, this fire is spreading rapidly. We do have new satellite data. I haven't taken a look at satellite for a bit, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we're seeing on satellite. And there is a new factor of the fire that I just want to really quickly highlight. There's the south side of the fire has also got a little blip on it since the last couple hours. This spot really hasn't been that active. This southern spot hasn't really been that active, more than the eastern spots. As you can see now, producing a pretty big smoke plume here on this northeastern side here, and this eastern side still producing pretty big plumes and hot spots. Yeah. So again, yeah, this is a pretty gosh darn serious fire.
Station area.
Thanks, Stefan.
So we will be covering this fire for a little bit longer. Probably around 1 hour 45 minutes, somewhere around there at least. We will probably switch back to talking about heat waves because we really got to get into the modeling stuff, and then hopefully, so we're gonna go over the forecast graphics that I've got going for Salem, Bend, and Portland. All of those areas are forecasts that I've got going right now concurrently. Those 3-day forecasts will be released at the end of the stream. So, yeah, after we finish modeling, do that, and then we'll end it off. So, recent hotspot data on the Watch Duty map. I know we just got a scan on that satellite, but I do want to look at this. Recent data shows just giant gap here in this fire parameter, and I'm wondering if that's where a drop took place, like a water drop took place, but I'm not too sure. It's obviously still spreading here towards the flat irons area. You can actually get up. Let's see. What is it? Yeah, flight radar. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up flight radar. I don't know how laggy it's gonna be, but we're gonna take a look at. We're gonna see if we can't look at helicopters flying around the fire doing airdrops. So I will be. I can't click X on that. That's weird. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Okay, yeah, this is for Europe. Give me a second. I'm gonna find the fire location really quickly. So it might take me a bit. There we go. I think I found it. Yeah, I did. All right. So there is a little thing that I can't remove currently. It's got to do with premium bullcrap. So there's going to be a thing that there's going to be a little slide on the right of the screen, but just ignore that because this is taking a look at the air traffic around that fire. As you can see, we got right here water drops going on around this fire. You can see that there's I think they're water drops at least. It could be. This is definitely doing drops. This is a helicopter that I think just arrived on the fire. The N332R. So it has slowed down around these lakes. Maybe it's doing airdrops. I think that is what it's doing. It's picking up water right now around this little valley right here. crackling going on, probably from firefighters. There is more helicopters now appearing on the map. This one looks like it's glitching a little bit. Let's see here. This one is also doing airdrops. So yeah, again, we got quite some action on the radar. I'm gonna probably stop looking at that because it is causing me lag. So yeah, we're gonna be pushing back to the satellite now. But yes, okay. Let's see if there's any new updates here on Watch Duty. All right, there was one 3 minutes ago. Let's take a look at this. Okay, maybe it was done to the parameter. Maybe an update was done to the parameter. No, nothing really much. Not new any update. No new updates. May have been the evacuations. Probably the evacuations. I think they probably took the evacuations off because I'm just not seeing that anymore. So yeah. Okay, so that sounds like a helicopter that is responding. I think I heard something about a perimeter, so maybe that is what we heard. It's hard to see to hear what's happening on dispatch because there's a lot going on. So moving back to satellite because we did just get a new scan here, and that southern side is starting to appear more there on the hotspot data there. Again, northeast side and eastern side continues to burn. So yeah, this fire is very active for sure, and it is again spreading very fast here. Probably not going to see much of it. As you can see, it is starting to get dark, so probably not going to see much of the satellite action. This fire, but again, yeah, we will be continuing coverage on this till the stream reaches an hour and 45 minutes, which we are coming up on now at 1 hour and 40. And then we're going to switch segments to talking about the heat with the models, seeing what different models are saying and all that, and talking about fire weather as well for the models. We can do that with wind maps. And then we'll be doing forecasts, and that will be about it. So yeah, again, we're going to be continuing the coverage on the Cram fire that is still burning. And then, so yeah, tomorrow will be a little bit more in depth on streaming. Because tomorrow is going to be the first day where things start getting kind of amped up. Got some highs going to be in the 90s. We will show you all that when the time comes, like forecasts and all that. So we got some upper 90s possibly tomorrow, and so Wednesday though again is when everything peaks. Fire weather, heat, and wind, all possible Wednesday, and yeah, so it's looking bad Wednesday. Definitely looking bad Wednesday. And I do not sadly see this fire getting contained anytime soon, like really that much. So definitely not that good of a situation. Let's see. So next update is in 2 minutes. 1 minute. But yeah, no really new information on the watch student map, except there is except hotspot data is showing this fire inching closer to Ashwood here. Pretty shortly here, it is going to be approaching Trout Creek Road, Northeast Trout Creek Road, and it is approaching Gosner. So Ashwood's running out of time to evacuate. So hopefully they're evacuating. And then people gotta flee east here, but that might not even make them safe because again, this fire is rapidly spreading. You could definitely say this is violent fire. Yeah. Some crackling there. But yeah, so that is the Cram fire. We are going to be moving on segments here pretty much right now. After we take a look at this last satellite scan here, as you can see. So, and these areas continue to spread eastward and northeastward. And this southern side is still starting to kind of be more predominant. You can see there within the past couple frames that southern side is really starting to erupt. So it is going to be probably starting to spread either south or it is going to take an eastern turn. Probably going to be starting to burn that unburned area, that little gap right here. But yeah, so that is the southern side of that fire. And so yeah, crews definitely are having a tough time with this one. Hopefully they can get it under control before this big heat wave hits. But till then, that is going to be it for the Cram fire. Moving on to the heat. We do need to be talking about that. So we're going to be actually pulling up COD weather radar yet again, but this is for weather models. So we're going to start off with the short-term models, and we're going to work our way to what the long-term models are saying. We're going to be taking a look at the rapid refresh. So the first thing we do need to be taking a look at is the temperatures. So this is going to be looking kind of confusing for some people. Surface based. See if we can't make it look a bit. All right. So, so this is the one of the short-term models, rapid refresh models here. This is the 01Z update. As of the 01Z update, it's not Tuesday. This is just Zulu time. How Zulu time works with the models and stuff like that. So throughout Tuesday, according to rapid refresh, this is a thing that we really need to be discussing. Yeah. So this model isn't really showing that much major downside. NAM model. So NAM is showing best case scenarios for Wednesday's heat. Just high mid 80s, but I don't really believe that much. Just saying it's going to continue to be. Yeah. So these are nice conditions. I don't believe that's going to be what is going to be happening, though, because if we do take a look at the GFS model, so all right, here's where things start to get a little worrying. GFS. This is not Tuesday. This is what? Yeah, okay, so this is Tuesday. This is 21Z Tuesday. This is where the peak heat is going to be taking place. got upper 90s for Salem. For Eugene, we got mid 80s on the GFS map, and for Portland, we got low 90s. If we take a look at 0Z Wednesday, this is for the peak of the heat Tuesday. So just ignore the ignore the Wednesday. That is actually Tuesday. So yeah, models are confusing, but 94 is going to be the max. 90 like 98 it looks like is going to be like right around Salem. 98 will be a possibility according to the GFS. So then the night cool down. Then Wednesday comes along, 21Z Wednesday, 97 in Portland. I do believe that will be a couple degrees more, and we will reach 100. We will discuss that more when the forecasts come out. So again, yeah, 98, 97 around the Portland area, and that is because of the wind. We're discussing the GFS. We'll move on to the Euro after this. And again, so Medford, yeah. So there's that excessive there's what's going to happen for that excessive heat. Definitely going to have some 100. Definitely going to have some 100s being measured there around the Medford area. Eugene is mid 90s, and look at this heat around central eastern Oregon. We got we're all like upper 80s, mid 80s, lower 90s. So again, fire weather is going to be a big threat, and I do want to scroll this through Thursday now. So again, this is the peak right here. This is going to be the peak of the heat for Wednesday. Sorry, this is going to be for Wednesday. I was not taking a look at the right frame. This is the next frame. Sorry about the hiccup. So up and down the valley, you can see right here, GFS 99 degrees. That definitely has a bigger possibility to reach 100 degrees within the everyone basically in the valley has the potential for Wednesday as of this new run to get up to 100 degrees. 99, it's not really saying 100, but I believe that is definitely a possibility up and down the I-5 corridor. It looks like just 100s again for Medford. We're going to be pushing into Thursday now. So, okay. So Thursday, this is going to be 0Z Friday. Okay, here we go. So 0Z, so this is just Thursday again. Thursday, we're going to be cooling off. We're going to be in the lower 80s, the lower 90s, according to the GFS. Lower 90s. Mid 90s continues for Medford, but throughout the Willamette Valley, according to the GFS, cooler conditions are going to start to take aim here. So yeah, this cooling trend is going to be a factor, and I do want to go ahead and play this through a little bit more to like next weekend. So you got Saturday, 0Z Saturday, or just Friday basically. So Friday, it's still going to be probably going to get up to the 90s again for Friday. Because you can see here, mid 80s, but localized 90 degrees are possible. Eastern Oregon is going to be feeling the heat next. Eastern Central Washington, Eastern Oregon, though, is going to be really feeling that heat now. Places like Bend, upper 90 or lower 90s, all of that, according to the GFS. And if we play this through, we can really see. What do I see? You can really see that. I think this is the peak of the heat right here. Cooling does take place here. You can see that kind of invading parts of Washington here, and now invading some of the valleys here. We still got mid-upper 90s here, but Portland, you can see, is starting to chill out there. According to GFS, starting to chill out mid-70s. And then the further we push it, it's going to just kind of turn into fairyland. So we really don't want to pay attention to that. Okay. So switching over to the Euro model. All right. So the Euro model is a little bit more interesting here. Last model run I checked, it was just showing mid-90s, not really triple digits like GFS wants, or but it was showing around mid-90s. I do want to see though, because this is a new model, what it is showing. So this is tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Yes, so this is tomorrow peak heat, mid or lower 90s. So as you can see there, lower 90s throughout the entire Willamette Valley. We're on Medford, they're lower 90s as well. If we go back it up here, this is again, so it's still showing this peak heat right here for Wednesday, for Wednesday. I'm getting confused about that day thing. For Wednesday, still showing around mid-90s, 95 is what it's saying. But okay, so that's so 98 maybe. So that's something that the Euro and UFS have a different disagreement on, whether we actually are going to be getting up into the hundreds on Wednesday, or if we're going to be staying completely mid-90s, lower 90s. My analysis, and the models really don't take this into account, is gorge winds, as far as I know, are going to be blowing are going to be blowing west into Portland. So all that heating that is also for the gorge is going to blow into Portland, and that is going to add up. And I really do think there's a pretty good chance of us reaching 100 degrees in Portland. As well, some of that heat could make it down to Salem, but a little bit less likely. There's going to be a little bit of cooling there on short flow coming up from the coast there. The coast is going to be pretty cool, honestly, during this entire thing. You can see mainly 50s, some 60s, definitely possible. So I would definitely avoid this heat, head up to the coast. Looking at Thursday, according to the Euro model, again, major cooling. Now we're getting mid 80s for the valleys, some spots even lower. So you understand. We definitely are seeing some model fluctuation, but I again say there is a pretty good chance that we do reach 100 degrees come Wednesday. So the next thing I do want to take a look at is, okay, so this doesn't have humidity. I'll take a look at GFS then. Is relative humidity, because the drier it is, the more likely, the more easier it is for wildfires to spread. So, okay. We are going to push into the peak of the heat here. So it looks like there's going to be, not according to GFS, mid or 70%. But then as we go later into Tuesday, so this is the peak of the heat Tuesday, the relative humidity is going to drop down to 16%. Relative humidity, again, 16% here for the Portland Metro and down the valley. Again, 10 to 15, I'd say. So extremely dry conditions there. And Eastern Oregon is looking way worse here. You can see some of Eastern Oregon, it may even get below that, as well as Southern Oregon too. So a main area I'd watch for fires is definitely around the Willamette Valley. Central Oregon still needs to be watched, although the humidity is going to go up a little bit there. So hopefully that'll help firefighters with the Graham fire. Southern Oregon, especially Eastern Oregon. Eastern Oregon is, I think, going to be the top watch for wildfires there again, because we, again, 13%, maybe even lower. So that's something. So pushing into Wednesday, what we do see Wednesday, peak of the heat right here. Now for the Willamette Valley, mostly Willamette Valley, you can see this area right here, 10 to 15%. That is extremely low. Obviously, this is showing a lot lower. Some spots of 12% too. So this is just extremely dry for the Willamette Valley there. So yeah, definitely not something you'd want to. Just something you definitely want to pay attention to for again for wildfires, which is something that we need to be watching. Okay, so now we're going to be pushing to Thursday. Peak of the heat Thursday. So Thursday still low 30, still low, but for the Willamette Valley at least, we're starting to see some improvements of the humidity. That does bring back the risk though for Central Oregon here, where we could again be dropping in some spots in Washington are going to get extremely low. So again, wildfires are going to be a very big possibility throughout the entire week, mostly, I'd say. But yeah, so there's several areas we need to watch. Obviously, one of them is going to be Willamette Valley. The other one we really do need to be watching is Eastern Oregon. But yeah, so this is Thursday. Most of Eastern Central Oregon, again, caught that 9 there, 8%. So yeah, just very, very concerning for fire weather here. Definitely concerning. So yeah, that is that. So okay, what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead. Let me open 2 tabs. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Windy, which is a weather website, and we're gonna take a look. What we're gonna take a look at is the wind direction throughout the next several days, and then we will move on to our forecast segment, which will be the last of the stream. So, okay, let me load this in, and then we're gonna be taking a look at the wind direction. Yeah, all right. So we'll just do wind for the time being. We'll do wind. Okay. So turn that on. If we can. Okay. So I'm going to take a look at that. Just give me a second. Okay, here we go. Okay. We are sharing windy now. Okay. So this is according to the Euro. So, okay. So you can see tomorrow, Euro says there's a really good chance for gorge. So okay. So this is what the Euro model says. It's WRF, ECM WRF. Yeah. We are going to have a westward flow there coming out of the gorge and the Hood River. So again, we definitely so again this threat right here. Sorry, I just zoomed out a bunch. This threat is going to massively increase our temperatures. So, okay, we're going to push further. You can see that later we go into Tuesday. This is around 7 p.m. Tuesday, according to the WRF. Is pushing this flow there. And something that I do want to note here, I just did that again. Something I do want to note is onshore flow is also going to be a dominant thing. So not only that, we're going to be pushing heat coming up from the actual high onshore. So we're going to get majorly amped up heat, because the wind again is going to be funneling that in from the gorge, and then we're going to get that onshore flow, which might bring us some breezy conditions, but it's not going to feel nice. So, peak of the heat Wednesday. This is the day we really want to be watching out for. So, this is around 11 p.m. You can see major gorge winds now just steering right through the. It's really taking over here, and that onshore flow is really not a dominant thing anymore. And that onshore flow actually is why the Willamette Valley, at least tomorrow, might not see that hot conditions as we are seeing, as we're going to see on Wednesday. So, yeah, again, the reason for that is that onshore flow, so that's why we probably won't reach that. We'll definitely reach upper 90s. But Wednesday, push in evening time. You can see that this onshore flow does make a return towards the end of the day. That is something I do want to pay attention to, because that is around the peak of the heat. So there's just that's very peculiar because well, yeah. So I'm pretty sure we can push this back there. So this onshore flow is just sitting there, or this gorge wind is just sitting there, and yeah, then around the 8 p.m. time frame, it switches. But also, I do want to take a look at the GFS to what it's going to be saying for gorge wind. So again, gorge wind tomorrow, according to the GFS, it's the gorge wind is going to be a way more dominant thing tomorrow. And if that is the case, then again, you can make the case that we could get hotter than 91 tomorrow from the gorge, from this wind that is going to be spreading from westward, and blowing out of the gorge. So again, possibly getting a little bit hotter out here in the Willamette Valley tomorrow if this is the case and the GFS is predicting correctly. And as you can see, later we get 10 p.m. tomorrow, according to the GFS, onshore flow returns, but gorge wind's still there. So we're definitely going to see like a little mix up here. Now, all right, peak heat wave right here. Something I do want to know. GFS is not predicting much wind for Wednesday. Very odd, but the later we go, it looks like the onshore flow just makes a return. And that might be one of the leading causes of this heat. But not only that, again, gorge wind is going to be a thing. Okay. So, with that in mind, I do want to take a look at the wind gusts, because, again, that is a leading cause of wildfires. So wind gusts are stronger than sustained winds. Okay, that's something that we need to understand. Wind gusts are way more stronger than sustained winds. Sustained winds tomorrow will be around 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow for gusts, around 1 p.m. Around the gorge, as you can see here, 30 miles an hour, maybe even more, going into Portland, where the Portland area will definitely see about, I'd say, 20 to 25 mile an hour wind gusts. The around Salem, we're getting about possibly 30 miles an hour there too. And okay, so around, let's see here, around the fire. I'm just gonna search it up here. Ashwood. That's the place. Wood. Ashwood, Oregon. Yes. Okay. So Ashwood. All right. So Ashwood, right here, where this fire's at. I think at least this is where the fire's at. Matches up. Is going to be very gusty. It's actually going to be spreading. The fire actually might be spreading. Let me see here. South. So tomorrow, around 1 p.m., the fire actually might be spreading south with 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So again, that's a threat. Definitely a threat. Now let's go evening time. Are these winds going to escalate? They are going to escalate a little bit. As you can see, for the most of the valley here, they are just going to be picking up and really ramping up over here for the southern valley. Here you can see around Junction City, Eugene, Halsey, Corvallis, Lebanon, all these areas, especially Jefferson, we got this 30-mile-an-hour wind gust possibility here. So again, that is going to bring with it again threat of wildfires, which we'll be covering tomorrow. So it's going to be pretty much very concerning. So peak of the heat Wednesday. So Wednesday actually isn't looking that gusty if we really look at it. I mean, early in the morning, there is going to be some gusts here. There's going to be this ball of gorge wind, probably around 30 miles an hour there. But you can really see that it's not really that picking up till the evening time. And that is where we can see some 20, 25 mile an hour winds around the Portland Metro, down through the valley. We could also see that happening. And coast. Southern Oregon definitely needs to be watched here. Where the wildfire outbreak is ongoing. Definitely needs to be watched here because Wednesday is going to be really hot around there, but we're also going to be dealing with 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So, yeah, definitely a threat for the entire Oregon area. So that does it for the models. For the models there. What we're going to be looking at now is I'm going to be presenting my forecasts. So ignore this. We're going to be taking a look at the forecasts. I got to load in the files. All right, so we're going to start off in Portland. Okay, all right. So here is the forecast for Portland. You can see tomorrow and Wednesday I've highlighted under a Oregon Weather Watch day or Weather Watch day for that again upper night or for the heat. Again, heat can cause all that heat related illnesses and all that. So we do have a Oregon Weather Watch day out for Tuesday and Wednesday. The highs I'm predicting the highs to be for tomorrow to be around the mid 90s, 95. Even though most models are saying 91, the leading factor of this heat is going to be that onshore flow and gorge wind that is going to push through the area. So we really need to be watching that. And low tomorrow, it's not going to really cool off all that lot. It's going to be around 70 degrees. And that is again mostly because that is just that the gorge wind is still going to be pushing through that time frame. Wednesday high, I'm saying triple digits. I'm saying there's a pretty big possibility of us seeing triple digits Wednesday. The lows will be around 69 degrees there, so upper 60s. So it'll be a little bit of a degree cooler, but I just don't believe that it's going to be really that cool Wednesday night either. Thursday, we come out of that Oregon Weather Watch day. Oregon Weather Watch alert day. We got highs up in the 90s. So again, significant temperature drop here. Might even make the case that this day could possibly reach mid 90s or mid 80s. So maybe even a degree or a couple degrees down from what I was originally predicting. And the low will be much cooler as well, maybe even getting into the 50s. Okay, so that's Oregon. So now we're going to be moving on to Salem, and then we're going to be taking a look at Bend. Okay, so Salem, Oregon Weather Watch Day out for Wednesday because that will be the most likely hottest day for them. Tuesday tomorrow. I don't really expect that much to be going on, surprisingly. And this is due to I just don't think it's going to be that feasible. It's definitely going to be feasible for him to possibly get up above 90, but I feel like the overall high for Salem around the Salem area will be 90 degrees. Lows will be cool. We'll definitely have that low 65 degrees possible, so it'll be cooler than what it is for Portland. Wednesday, Oregon Weather Watch Day. Highs, I'm giving it going 97 for Salem, and that is specifically due to the fact that onshore flow will reach Salem. Again, not as powerful as the gorge wind, but that onshore flow will reach Salem and help to usher in that heat around then. So again, Salem is going to be seeing probably again you could make that case that Salem does reach 100 degrees here. That is if it just depends on how strong the onshore flow will be pushing up there to Salem. The low will be about 60 degrees for Salem, so it'll be quite cool there. And then Thursday, 90 degrees, going possibly even lower next outlook or next forecast. So Salem is going to be about 90 degrees. Low is going to be 60. Maybe even cooler. So yeah, that's when that heat wave does exit the western Oregon area. So next we are going to be taking a look at Bend's forecast here. So for Bend, it's going to be looking quite different. Bend tomorrow will be getting the big cool off that we had today. The thing is that it might only reach 80 degrees tomorrow for Bend. It is going to be a warm night, but from what I'm seeing from both the Euro and the GFS is that there will be warmth, but I'm not quite too confident that it'll reach anything but 80 degrees. Wednesday, a little bit more concerning. We do have a high of 90 degrees there. None of these days take into account. None of these days are Oregon Weather Watch days, and that is specifically due they just don't meet the characteristics. They're not high. They're not. Bend just doesn't have the possibility of reaching 100 degrees. But Wednesday, yeah, hot, 90, lower 90s. Low is going to be 65. Bend definitely could get pretty warm Wednesday. Might up that a little bit, just depending on what both the Euro and GFS are saying. Thursday, we're staying in the lower 90s, 91, going 91. Some passing clouds probably near the end of the day for Bend. Some passing clouds there. But other than that, the low will be 55 degrees Fahrenheit as well, so pretty cool night. But yeah, that will be about that. That is going to be about it for the stream for day one of this heat wave. I do want to go ahead and show off the experimental or the graphical hazards map for the Willamette Valley. So let me just do that really quickly, and then we're going to end it off. So, graphical hazards. According to the graphical hazards, there's not really a fire weather threat, but again, there is a red flag warning for the Hood River, so I don't. That's not really that legit. Heat, like excessive heat, is going to peak on Wednesday. You can see there the main threat will be around the gorge, but I do feel like that is going to be that should be extended a little bit more in the Portland metro area as well as to Salem. Thursday, again, that cool off begins, and we fully start to see that cool off take place next weekend as we see that decrease in excessive heat. Wind is again possibility for that possibility of that gorge wind picking up there near Hood River and staying with us through the next couple days. Don't really mark it off on the map, but it is there. But yeah, that will be about it. That is going to cover up most of what we need to talk about for this stream. I will be back tomorrow. Probably same. Hopefully, I will not have to delay the stream again. I had to delay it because I was making the graphics, but it's all good. We will be back tomorrow. Probably maybe even earlier. It just depends on how I'm feeling, and we will be in full coverage mode tomorrow, unless I have a briefing. I only classified it as coverage because, wildfires mainly. But yeah, that'll be it for this stream. Thanks for watching. I'm Odin Ardans. This has been the first of probably 3 streams of this heat wave. See ya.